Now look at the transition from single leg X into false X, and then we're going to use that and get into the saddle. Okay, so from this position again, nothing's really changed. I want this. The whole game's based about me getting out. Just give me a bro. I'm putting Carl down. You remember one thing from that, the mesocycle, just go for that every single time. People will get sick to death of that, and when you get into single leg X, they take that away. So now we look for our off bounce. Kick him in the ass when he takes that step, get his feet on the mat. So last time we looked at this, the thing about modified X is it's great for pushing to come up. I want to get Carl's hands on the mat, I'm pushing to come up. Carl's reaction is to push into me. The second he does, I just take out my X guard. This one slides up and I replace it. That makes sense. Now, from here, false X is great at pulling. Right, I'm going to pull Carl towards me. Now, Carl's defense from this position is he'll walk his hands or his head around towards me, probably then get control of my head. This sucks. Back a step. So the first thing we're thinking about is this hand. This frame is everything. Just pushing under his armpit. Again, keeping Carl's hands on the mat. I'm keeping him from walking towards my head. Just here the whole time. So that's the battle. Once I get to there, I'm going to bring my knees towards my chest and pick Carl up. My left hand finds the knee. I'm wedging, and now I just straighten my legs. Carl straight down into the saddle. And once we get to here, I go foot to foot, pulling in, controlling. We're going to cover the controls on Tuesday from this. I'm going to troubleshoot this position. But basically, I want Carl's right leg over the top of his left. If that makes sense. And then just to solidify it, bring this inside. And just basically control. Okay? Pinching with my knees as well. So, from single leg X, I go for that, he takes it away. I kick him in the butt, off bounce one. I can switch to X guard and try to come this way. Car's pushing into me. So watch from there. That De La Riva X comes out, the top X guard comes out. This one that was behind the knee slides up to the butt, and then I just replace it again. That makes sense. It's just stand up again there, bro. So that's X guard. This is false X. This is good for pushing. This is good for pulling. But both require what? I gotta get his hands on the mat. So I'm doing this first. I gotta keep his hands on the mat whether I'm playing X guard or not. Even from there, sometimes I will just go straight into false X and I'm here. And then I just bring my knees towards my chest. Now watch. When I bring my knees towards my chest, my lower back comes off the mat and I'm right here. Car's hips are over my head. My left hand finds the knee. From there I'm wedging. I just extend my legs out, pinch. I want Car's secondary leg over the top. I'm foot to foot. From here, pinching my knees. I want to be putting pressure on Car's left leg. So I'm just going to set up a lot of submissions at a later stage. Again. From single leg X. I lost that. Good. I get his hands on the mat. Good. I can go straight into modified X and start to push Carl this way. He's pushing back into me. I just switch from that position. This comes out over here. This allows me now to bring my knees towards my chest. I come up with my shoulders, find the knee line, and now from there I'm going to straighten my legs and I'm wedging. That's the detail. So I'm pinching. And what's the battle? I keep the knee line. Carl wants to put his foot on my ass and push to get the knee line. I want to be keeping the knee line. And that's the whole battle of the leg lock game. If you can see his knee and keep your feet safe, then you can go for the leg locks. So again, one more time on that. Two things we want to be thinking about when we make that transition into false X. So I can't get this. Kick him in the ass. Once I get to there, if I'm going for my false X control, it's this, that's everything. If you don't do that, Kurt's just going to walk around with his hands and control your head. So I'm framing the whole time. So one, keep his hands on the mat, you'll not pick him up. When his hands is on the mat, his legs are aligned. Two, the framing with the hand. Now from there I get my lower back off the mat, I just pick my knees up towards my chest. I come right up on my shoulders, my left hand finds that knee. I'm wedging with my knees, and when I straighten my legs, see the way I'm pinching? So I'm pinching here to keep control of this knee line, and I'm keeping this one over the top. I get feet to feet, pinch, we're in the saddle. It's also called the honey hole or the 411 position, but we're not worried about knees. So like I